Hi, I'm Darryn Farrugia and welcome. So if you've watched enough of my videos, you hear me referring to this thing called the weak relationship. So let me explain what that is first. So the weak relationship exists in most drummers, I would say, if you are right-handed, right-footed. So the weak relationship within that is actually the relationship between the left hand and the right foot. That relationship between those two limbs is often quite weak and then results in usually an inaccuracy when playing unisons between those two limbs. So whenever you have to play a left hand stroke with a bass drum, whether that left hand stroke's on the hi-hat or on the snare drum, lining those notes up can be a little difficult, just a little inaccurate. So what I'm presenting today is an exercise, simple exercises in some ways, to help remedy this. So when you think about it, the relationship between the right hand and the left hand is usually pretty good. We play rudiments hand to hand, we play flams, we play unison strokes, etc. Also, the relationship between the right foot and the right hand is good. Often when we play grooves, our right hand and right foot are playing unison strokes. They're the strongest limbs on our bodies, if you're right-handed, right-footed. When we hit a crash cymbal with the right hand, right foot, right hand, that's easy. When you have to play a crash cymbal with the left hand and the bass drum in unison, that can feel a little bit weird. So that's really the relationship that I'm talking about. So anyway, let's get to these exercises. They're based on a single paradiddle. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. I'm going to play my right hand on the hi-hat and my left hand on the snare drum. Now what I'm going to do dynamically is play an accent on each downbeat. So my right hand accent is going to be played as the shoulder of the stick, on the edge of the hi-hat, and then all the non-accented notes will be played with the tip of the stick on top of the hi-hat. With the snare drum, I'm going to play the accent, which occurs on beat 2, as a rim shot, and then all other notes are ghosted. So if I play that paradiddle between the hi-hat and the snare drum, we get this. 1, 2, 1, 2. So what we're going to do to play this anti-flamitory exercise is to play the bass drum in unison with all the left hand strokes. So that means that we're going to play the bass drum with the ghost notes as well as that rim shot, as well as that accent. And this is important. It's really important to be able to have the independence so that regardless of what dynamic level your left hand is playing on the snare drum, that the bass drum can play accurately and consistently with that. So I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do it pretty slowly to begin with. Paradiddle between the hi-hat and snare drum. The bass drum is playing in unison with all the left hand strokes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's particularly hard at that tempo, but practicing slowly is really the way to go. So don't be afraid to drop the tempo back to say 50 beats per minute or 60 beats per minute. I'd start at 50, just challenge yourself playing that slowly. So now that we can play that as a single paradiddle, then there are 3 other inversions of that single paradiddle that we can use. So the next one in the order or sequence that I practice these in is the reverse paradiddle. So this one's right, right, left, left, right, left. So I'll do the same thing. Right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare drum. The bass drum is playing in unison with the left hand. Now bear in mind, because we've permutated or shifted the paradiddle sticking, we're also going to shift the accent. So in this case, the accent will occur on the and of each beat. So let's have a listen to this pretty slow again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was the reverse paradiddle. The next paradiddle is the inward paradiddle. So this sticking is right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. And this time the accent will occur on the 4th 16th note of every beat, or the 1E and R, 2E and R, etc. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, we come to the outward paradiddle. The sticking for this is right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. And in this instance, the accent occurs on the 2nd 16th note of every beat, or the E's, the 1E and a 2E and a, etc. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once you can play all of those 4 paradiddles well enough, then what I would suggest that you can do is to challenge yourself a little further here and play them in sequence. So for example, play 4 bars of the single paradiddle followed by 4 bars of the reverse paradiddle, and then 4 bars of the inward, and then 4 bars of the outward. It's up to you how you order these. You can change the order however you like. This is kind of how I've been doing it for ages, so this is basically what I'm going to do for you today. So 4 bars of each paradiddle using this anti-inflammatory approach. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the anti-inflammatory exercises using the single paradiddle and the inversions, which are the single, reverse, inward and outward paradiddles. I would suggest that this is actually a good thing to practice because it will actually expose that inaccuracy between that weak relationship, which is the relationship between the left hand and right foot. So practicing this will actually make you aware of that problem and also make you aware of how difficult it can be to remedy that problem. These are exercises that I practice, and I get all of my students to practice this exercise as well. So these are the anti-inflammatory exercises. You can make up your own using your own stickings. You don't necessarily have to use these, but this is what I choose to use. Anyway, let me know how you get along with this stuff in the comments. I'm pretty keen to hear this because it's not a very often discussed topic. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification bell so that you know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. So until next week, have a great week, and I will see you all soon. Bye.